welcome to podcast 322 of 5-Star Potential, your weekly Football Manager podcast. I'm Dupe, and on this week's pod, I'm joined by Joe, aka Friday Night FM, and Dave, aka, oh, I've got a Ruben Neves tattoo. How are we doing, gentlemen? I added the voice. That wasn't a prompt in the script. I added the voice. How are we doing,
Ad-libbing now. He's getting a pro at this, isn't he?
I know.
Why me again with the intro?
All right, Mario.
We've got a few months to kind of like catch up on because you've not been on for a long time.
Because Mad's off, you have to bully me now. Is that what it is?
Yeah, basically. Me and Joe are just here.
To be fair, these are tame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to see the ones that's got strikes through it, Dave? So yeah, like it.
All the dark humour.
Yes, absolutely. So, lads, we are another week closer to the beta. In fact, it might even be out when this pod drops on Monday. Eyes emoji. But on today's pod, we're going to talk all about our FM24 saves. We've got an Italian player of the year, and we head to Holland for our adventures in Wonderkid-Land. But before all that, let's give me your winners and losers of the week. Joe, have you played the game?
I've played the game. No, I haven't played the game. Not even played Minecraft this week, mate.
Wow.
But my winner of the week is FM24 because it's got the old creative juices flowing.
I've seen some of the behind the
I've had
scenes
a couple of
stuff.
years out. We're going to talk about it later on. But
Yes.
I mean, I've done a thumbnail. I've written a blog. I've made graphics for the blog. I just haven't played the game yet. So, there's hope.
There is hope. And I'm for what I've seen, and we'll talk about it later. It's very exciting. I have to be honest. It's very, very exciting. Dave, who's your winner of the week?
This week, I've sort of come to the realization that Craig Dawson is actually better than William Saliba,
Ooh, okay.
or just
Why is that?
most Premier League footballers. I mean, Ollie Watkins in his pocket this week, and Erling Haaland the weekend before. Two of the most informed strikers in England. So Joe already knew about this, but it's just showing Ballon Dawson.
Ballon Dawson is class. Is he better? Is he better than the world-class Johnny Evans at the centre of Manchester United's defence? That's my question.
Still can't believe it. He's playing for Manchester United at the moment in 2023. He's getting minutes for United.
I love the fact
I think there's worse. To be fair, there are worse like third or fourth choice centre halves in the league. There are worse, but still mad for a club the size of United.
Does his missus still do the podcast?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's basically going, make sure he plays, otherwise I'm going to just dish all the dirt on everyone that's trying to finger me.
And as long as he keeps playing, my secret will never come out. My winner of the week will have to be me. I am my winner of the week. I'm not going to talk about me moving house or getting new internet or anything like that. It's because I get to spend a weekend with Mr. Friday Night FM. And I cannot bloody wait. And it is nothing football related for probably the first time ever. We've not played football, not watched football, or we've got no snooker involved or nothing like that. But we are going to go watch the Superbikes. And I'm really, really excited, Joe.
Do you know what I was going to put as your loser?
What's that?
I was going to put you because you could have spent a night with me.
I could have. And yes. Okay. Yeah, true. I forgot. We've done that before, so it's okay. Have we?
No.
I don't think we have.
I don't think we have. Well, kind of. When that man in the
Yes.
woods heard you snoring.
Yes. True. That was very true. Yeah, and you're on the floor. Context is wonderful in these things, but let's forget about context. Yes, that's true. But I'm excited to see you, Joe. It's been a long time, to be fair. For us, I know Dave say it like a third wheel, but for us, it's been a long time.
Where's my invite, by the way? Huh?
Well, we invite you every time. But
Mate, there's only one type of bike you know.
Leave
and
the
on that
wins out of it.
Talking about losers of the week, Joe, talk about your loser of the week.
FM24, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's too far away, mate. Although it might be out as people are listening to this, the beta might be out. But yeah, it's kind of all the releases about it, talking about it on the pod. I've kind of got all my planning semi-done for it. And now today, I was sitting there and going, do you know what I'd like to be doing right now? Playing a bit of FM. And I couldn't bring myself to play 23. I feel like I need to not be overdoing it. Want to go a bit cold turkey and then hit it when it comes out.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. Definitely. I mean, obviously, we'll touch on it later, but yeah, fingers crossed the beta's out and we're going to be hearing all about that save in a very short while. But before we get there, Dave, please tell me all about your loser of the week.
I think you lot know what it is. Did we mention it on last week's pod? I don't know if we did, but the fact that I've sort of re-entered into the 5-star pod circle. Obviously, speaking to you lot a lot more often.
Are you going with this?
That's nice.
Are you going with this?
Yeah. Listen.
Oh, I rate it.
Yeah, no. My parents sometimes come and say hello or good night or whatever, and she always sees either Dupe's face or sees I'm talking to Dupe. So she'll be like, "Oh, how's Dupe?" And Dupe made a
she
very
says, "How's my Dupe?"
Yes.
Okay.
Is what she always. How's my Dupe doing?
Dupe made a very inappropriate comment towards
No.
my mom, and I read it out to her.
No,
And I didn't mean to.
Let's put some context around it. He said something nice to your mum, and she said, "Oh, you've made my day." And then Duke replied, "Well, I can make her whole week."
And I said that. Yeah.
And you repeated it.
I love the fact you're going with it.
Innocent David letting his
I'd like
mum
to
get flirted on by Dupe.
I will also state this, right? We have history, me and Dave's mum. Not like that. That's a bit weird. Like we have like crossed paths a lot, right, Dave? It's been what are you looking at that for?
Didn't you send her some of your pants?
I sent her some of my pants. Yeah. So I mean, we've got history, I think it's lucky that Jeremy Carl's not there. But yes, I'd like to take this opportunity and this platform to apologise to absolutely nobody. My loser of the week. I'm going to swiftly move on. Do you know what? I'm going to go with it. Thomas Frank and Brentford. Yes, Manchester United were very, very lucky to come away with a victory at the weekend. But from the minute that they scored, they tried to slow the game down. And then Thomas Frank came out and complained that there was 7 minutes added on. When at one stage, it took 2 minutes for a goal kick and a throw-in to be taken. And I'm hoping...
I know you too well, don't I? I know you too well.
Yeah, you do.
I had to put that in there because you hate him.
I'm actually going to send you, which is funny because we haven't spoke about this today. I'm going to send you the voice note I sent to my cousin about Thomas Frank, and so you can see like my pure hatred of him today. I hope that they add this into FM. I hope that if you can, because you have the slider where you can waste time, and I'm hoping that we see those minutes rack up, some awesome ends to games, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can see some exciting limbs across the living room floor or wherever you play it.
Thomas Frank he's obviously a good manager. There's no denying that, but he's probably one of the biggest whingers in the Premier League after Jurgen Klopp. I think he's up there. Klopp, yeah. Against Wolves, he had some proper moments a couple of years ago. The year they came up, they beat us at Molineux in like 60th minute. David Raya was about to take a free kick, and then all of a sudden he revealed that his glove had a massive rip in it. Oh no! So it took ages to do that. But then when we beat them, I think it's when we beat them at Molineux. No, we beat them at their place the year before. There's a gif of him doing that, like tapping his watch like that to try and. I've got it saved on my phone, but yeah, he's a bit
just ready for if you ever beat him again.
Yeah, I got it saved.
Do you know what the hatred for me? I gotta respect it. Like I respect what they've done. I respect everything that Brentford have done. And don't get me wrong, I love the way that they do the club. I think the club's brilliant. I just dislike the bloke. They came to Old Trafford, and we beat them. And after the game, he kind of went, "Oh, I can't believe that Manchester United had to change their tactics to kind of counter what we had done to try and beat little old Brentford." Yeah. That's like literally what you have to do. That's football. And it just ever since then, it's just wound me up. All right. I'm glad I've got
Chief.
What? J-Bag.
Yeah, one of the two.
He is a Kansas City, definitely. Okay, right. Let's move on from that. That's a NFL joke in there.
Good for you, mate.
I love cheers, mate. I've got that written down actually. Right. So now it's possibly our favourite time of the year. It is time where we're going to announce our Football Manager saves and what we're going to do this year. So starting from the top, we're going to go with young David because we're all scratching our heads, Dave. The press that they've held the newspapers. Is there going to be a headline save announcement from Dave as a party?
He's going grasshoppers.
No,
no. He's a blogger now.
No. The beta is no surprise going to be Wolves, obviously. You know, sorry to disappoint. It's
Men's
gonna,
or women's?
Women aren't in the game, are they? So
exclusive. There's our pod title.
Women aren't in the game. Yeah, so that mainly due to research reasons and stuff as well. Make sure the game's running as it needs to be. But then I feel like I need to do the Pentagon Challenge again. But because I think I would have done it this year if that African Champions League thing wasn't glitched. I genuinely think I would have done it. So during lockdown, that was my peak streaming days. That was when I'd won the Pentagon Challenge. Although I needed major help from Joe at times.
Reportedly, the final.
Reportedly,
his internet died.
Yeah, he died. Absolutely. Come back and you're
words and whispers about LAFC and all stuff like that.
Oh, there's no whispers, bud.
So
it's the worst kept secret in football.
Yeah, I think I just need to. I want to try and do it and stream it as much as possible. So.
Oh, you mean do it legit?
Yeah.
He's gonna stream it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I heard a little birdie told me that there was going to be kind of a chat about a network save with the Pentagon. The three of us.
Yeah, I do. I thought you meant a freeway Pentagon network save.
That's exactly what I meant.
No. I'll do a network save for sure, but I ain't doing a freeway Pentagon network.
Okay. If you got any ideas and suggestions, please drop it in the comments below. When I say comments below, we are on YouTube, so go check it out. See, that's a weekly plug.
Well,
okay,
I
Dave.
think network save though, if down the line, get our sort of main stuff up and running. We've done Serie A. Obviously, me and Joe did Portugal. Although I think a Porto, Sporting, Benfica one would be pretty good now because I think the levels,
a level.
Trying to think.
We get about 10 seasons in, and then we'll go back to Portugal, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's wait and see. Oh yeah, because
the Italian one we done was quite good.
I really enjoyed
that.
You two being cheating bastards.
No.
Listen, Juve aren't as good anymore as well then because we avoided Juve because they were that good.
And since we've done it, my club have won the league, and so has Joe's, right?
Yep.
It's just your club that hasn't, Dave.
Who was I?
Strikers in goal.
Yeah.
AC won it now or not?
I thought it was Inter that won it, not AC. Anyway. But I liked the Serie A save, and what I did like about it was the fact that it brought us together, me and Dave, to try and beat Joe, and we didn't beat Joe, so we need to come up with another idea.
Did Joe win every league, or did I win it one time?
No, I think Joe.
You might have won it the first time. I've got a vague recollection. It was the first season.
Oh, I'll have to get the YouTube videos back out. Did we do videos? I can't even remember.
I would say I get the save file out, but I can't find it. Magically, that disappeared a bit like last week's audio file. Yeah. Okay, Joe, come on then. As we're talking a few things, and we've kind of.
Wait, mate, you skipped across here, mate. You were second on the list.
Yeah, there's a reason I was second on the list.
Yeah, I mean, I was saving the best till last, but.
Okay, that's fine. I'll jump in. I have a beta save idea, and the unfortunate thing is the beta save will not be broadcasted anywhere. Only probably updates here on the pod. I'm being drawn to Germany for a beta save, and I want to head over to the yellow and black of Bundesliga and go to Borussia Dortmund for a little beta save. Obviously, recently lost Jude Bellingham, lost Erling Haaland. And that's kind of why I'm picking Dortmund. Embrace that challenge. Continue the Dortmund way. Build a team with young talent and sell them talent off as quick as you can and try and refill it. So, yeah, I'm going to do a relatively long beta save because I need to build an office and then start a stream. And the stream save is kind of there, but it's not. Now, I was going to just...
already.
Come on, you got to say what
he's bottling here.
So, when the stream room is finished and we can start streaming and we can start creating content, because I feel that I really want to show the world this save. So, I'm hoping that by the time the main game is out, that maybe mid-November we should be ready to start the save, because I do need an edited database. So, it gives me the excuse to delay.
Oh, he's doing Man United again. Here we go.
I will be taking over a football team that genuinely is about 1.1 miles away from me, and I will be taking my local team, Cirencester Town, and I'm going to try and take them up through the divisions and see where we can get. It's not a guaranteed. It's going to be a bloody challenge. They are step 8 or 9 in the English pyramid. I think they are 4-5 promotions below the Football League. So it's going to be very, very tricky. We go up there quite a lot. Me and my dad watch the game. I know a few of the lads that are there. I've played on the pitch a few times. I've coached my team on the pitch a few times, and we'll get some really good access as well, Joe. So when you want to come down with that drone, mate, give us a shout. But yeah, that is the idea for the save, and that will be streamed on Twitch, brought up on here, and that's I'm literally not signing myself up to doing any other content than that because I'm pretty bad at kind of sticking to stuff. But yes, that will be where that will be.
So get the drone out, and then shall I hire the old Only Fools and Horses three-wheeler van so you can do your Harry Redknapp interview in that this time?
I think you'll be a push bike, to be honest.
Get a tuk-tuk.
No, but it will be interesting, man. It will be a very difficult challenge, and I've been kind of toying with it. We spoke about it a lot, Joe, haven't we? Like, this is something I've wanted to do the last few years, and it's a hell of a challenge. I don't know a stream schedule just yet. Everything's up in the air. Like I said, by the time this pod's out, I have moved house, and I'm in my new house, and we're trying to build the man cave. What I will be doing is, really interestingly, because I want to, this is a massive tangent, by the way, because down the line, I want to build a van. We spoke about the van, and I want to make content on the van, building the van. I might make content on me building the man cave, because I always build a fucking insane man cave, and I want the world to see just how insane it is. So I've got a few things with that. We've got a nice little budget that Mrs. Dupe has given me. £4.50. So I
can say that's generous for her, the tight cunt.
I've had to buy her a meal deal as well. She's not that tight anymore, to be fair. Now
that'd be like when Dave used to do Photoshop lessons on Twitch.
Remember that back in the day?
They banged, to be fair, Dave. I think that's where you peaked, to be honest.
Yeah.
Of your
SM that was back in the day.
So yeah, there will be a lot. There'll be more updates on here, but we're going to start with Borussia Dortmund. We're going to spy young players, get rid of them, see if we can win the Champions League, see if we can win the league, and see if we can fill the hole that Erling Haaland and Jude Bellingham have left. I'm going to call it the Dortmund way. Right, onto you.
My head does not look like a fucking tic-tac.
Are there any players Dupe at Dortmund that you reckon could be the next best thing? Obviously got Moukoko still there.
Moukoko, yeah, absolutely, Moukoko. But they, I mean, it's all changed.
Got that English winger as well, haven't they?
Oh, what's his name? You can tell I've done lots of research on this, haven't I?
Rito Gibbons?
Yeah, Rito Gibbons. That rings a bell. There's some good talent there.
Mate, I don't watch the Bundesliga. I wish I used to. Just don't watch it anymore.
I'll be honest, since Harry Kane's gone over, I've watched a lot more. They got Duranville as well.
Oh,
obviously, yes. I had him at
Julian Duranville.
Yeah, I had him at not Ajax. What's it called?
Anderlecht.
They got. I'm not on the new database, so I'm assuming they
feel
still got
like
Amy.
You know when you just spot a player, like before anyone else has ever spotted him before.
Well, like me and Victor Osimhen.
That's
Dave's
I went to watch. I went to watch Anderlecht, and he was on the ball. I was like, "Shit, he's good." What's his name? 16 years old. I was like, "Jesus."
Text me, and I went, "Yeah, we've already put him on the Wonderkid watch."
Yeah.
Get a selfie. But what I do like is that they've still got Marco Reus after like 14 seasons at the club.
He existed.
Yeah, he's. You'll never guess, but he's injured. But yeah, so I'm quite excited with that. Something different.
So that's a good base to start with, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, it just gets me into the game. Like I said, I'm not going to be worrying about making content apart from weekly updates here on the pod. And then it will kind of give me time to build the man cave. And what will be really cool, again, I'm going to mention it again, is you can see the progress of the man cave on the YouTube, because the background, as you can see, we've got boxes. And next week, it's going to be in Joe's front room, because that's where we're going to record the pod from. What?
Gosh.
Joe, talk to me about your save.
Well, now you've been talking about beta saves, I'm like,
This was my first question to you.
It's a spanner in the works, because I thought, do you know what? Fuck it, I might just go for it. It's the most refined version of Football Manager they've ever done.
Absolutely.
So I'm thinking, fuck it, out of the box, let's go. Mate, imagine how triggered I'm going to be if I've been putting work in before this comes out and they fuck something up in the beta, I'd probably just save and reload.
Yeah. This is what, to be fair, when we were referencing all the work that you had done, I was going to, my first question was to you is, were you going to do this from the box, or have you got a beta save in mind?
You're saying I haven't put a lot of work in. I've actually done something prior to the game coming out, and that's something I haven't done for a couple of years. So
shows excitement. I like it.
I got back into FM with like doing the Juventus bit, doing that got me back in. And as I say, when 24 got released, I thought, you know what, I'm going to just take a little back step, because what I don't want to do is, you don't want to say like you're burnt out playing the same game, but I wanted to kind of go, I want to look forward to it rather than just going out of 23 into 24. So I've read a few things, I've been looking at a few things, and as I say, I've done a thumbnail, I've written a blog, so I've done a few things in preparation, and now I'm kind of thinking, I just want to play it. But do I run the risk of just going balls out from the start, or do I pick a beta save to do beforehand?
See, the problem is, and I know you very well, Joe, is what happens if you get really into that beta save?
Recently there's been so little issues though, as bad as like game breaking stuff on the beta.
Imagine if it is this year.
Like that determination bug they had, and there's a few things in there that can affect long-term saves.
Did that not get fixed within getting save files?
No,
I don't think it was. I think it was a freshie. Depends what it is, mate. Depends what it is. We've met people from all different areas of the game, haven't we? So whoever fucks it up, we'll go up there.
Go for him.
We'll meet up. I came here for a shootout.
What do you reckon? Then wait a week though, or what? What's the gig? Or maybe do a couple of seasons with West Ham or something, or what?
Oh, I ain't that fucking. I don't want to put off straight away, mate.
Why didn't you go to Wolves?
Do you know what I potentially would do? Because it was something I was thinking about doing later down the line. I might do Southend or Colchester.
Okay. Like that.
Do a couple there. So we'll see.
A fair shout.
We'll see. It just means I've just got to wait a little bit longer to get the main save started.
So, okay, but are you going to reveal that main save, or are you going to keep that behind?
I'll reveal it. It's with Famalicão in Portugal.
Bosh.
Literally, yeah. Dave's loving it because they're linked with Wolves, but it was a toss-up between them and Boa Vista, and for no other reason. I don't really know. I honestly couldn't tell you why I picked them, and it was only then after doing a bit of research with the last few years of what's been going on at the club. I actually think I went back. You know, I was looking at videos last night, Dave, and I put the training complex that they've just started. Like, it's nice, but it's not very big. I retweeted that about 6 weeks ago.
Really?
Didn't even realise. I think that actually was in my subconscious.
I like it.
I think that's why I picked them over Boa Vista. But basically, so it's going to be Famalicão. Links with Wolves don't really bother me. They've got Chiquinho. Man's on the thumb now. Man. Yeah, he does. He'll be good for that. But basically, what I've done, I'll probably release the blog Monday or Tuesday when this pod's out. But what I've done to try and make me invested in the save is I've written what's happened at the end, and I'm going to work backwards. Not backwards, I suppose. It's more like a prologue of going, this is... Every time you set up an FM save and you're going to do some sort of content, you kind of go, this is what I want to do with the play. I either want to go region air, or I want to try and do youth only, or I want to do money ball, or I want to do this. That's your start. And then by the end of it, it might have changed, where I've gone to the end and I've gone, right, this is how we got to where we've got. You know, in the first blog post, I've put about our new stadium, our new training complex, how we've acted in the transfer market and things like that. So then I'll start the game with that end goal. That's where I'm going to try and get. So if I am flipping players, I want to try and build the bank balance up so I can get a new stadium, get a new training complex. With Famalicão, they're not very Portuguese heavy. If you actually look at their squad, they've got a lot. They're very multinational for a Portuguese side. Very multinational. Like, you often see a lot of South American players in Portuguese sides. They've got a few, but they've got kind of Albanians and different nationalities there, which you don't often get in Portuguese side. And with them being in northern Portugal as well, kind of Braga are quite close to them, and I think Braga are probably the bigger team in that area. So I think initially it would be to overtake Braga, and then eventually see if you can upset the top three, Sporting, Porto, Benfica. Obviously difficult because they are massive clubs in Portugal, but that's the challenge, isn't it? So I'm looking forward to it. As I say, I've set the end goal, and now it's all about building towards it, and I'm looking forward to playing.
I'm excited to hear about it, to be fair, and seeing some of the stuff that you've showed us, and obviously we'll keep it under wraps. I'm very excited to see a bit more coming out. I personally feel, mine's going to be cheaper, so I'm going to offer this out, that when Dave finally decides where he's going to be in his favourite club in his Pentagon, we should all go do a day trip, a little weekend away at Dave's club, then a weekend away at yours, and then a weekend away at mine. And go watch.
You'll be thanking me when mine's in like the middle of South Africa or China, though. To be fair,
he's gone Dudley FC.
Yeah,
yeah. I've booked Las Vegas Lights.
Oh, please, let's go. I think that'd be a good idea. But no, that's really exciting. I'm really chuffed to hear, especially with Dave coming back for his streaming as well. So that'd be awesome. His link
he ain't gonna stream
in the description of the pod. Right, that is enough of FM24 for now, though. Let's return back to FM23 and our Player of the Year series, where this week you may have seen Jose Rodriguez tell us all about his 6'3" Swedish target man. But we're actually going to read you a little extract from our friend and yours, Mad FM's Player of the Year, Sandro Tonali. I'll hand over to Joe.
What a surprise he's picked Sandro Tonali. But to be fair, obviously he inherited him in his region air save with Milan, didn't he? So he didn't play on an updated database, so he hadn't gone to Newcastle then. So we'll forgive him. But as I say, he did say, you obviously, people that listen to the pod, you remember Tony Magic and you remember Matt's terrible song. That he's put him, because he's mad, he can't just say a Player of the Year. He had to do a Young Player of the Year and then a Player of the Year because he's a massive nonce. So Tony Magic, Tony Magic was his Young Player of the Year. Bless Mad. I love Mad, by the way. Sorry, comes from a place of love. All that.
Hate. I'm the one getting bullied now, Mad. Don't worry, son.
You've taken that mantle.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's main Player of the Year. I'll read a couple of bits that he's put about him because then you'll know it's come from the heart. Shall I do an Irish accent?
Please
try. Go on.
I shouldn't because I know Dude would just go. I thought he was Irish, not Welsh.
Yeah.
I promise.
He don't drag the same banter out every week. Honest. So, none of those players made as big an impact as one man in particular, a player who was the linchpin of our tactical setup, the quarterback of our first 11. I'm just going to say, nothing about NFL football.
It's less than me.
The quarterback of our first 11 and ultimately became captain as we led Milan to Scudetto glory. That player is, of course, Sandro Tonali. And then he's put on here, he's just, in typical Mad fashion, he has written a lot of words about one player. But he did say, over the course of 3 seasons, Tonali contributed 22 goals and 21 assists from the Segundo Volante position, which we have to remember is a defensive midfield role. Of course, being a set-piece specialist helps. We had Tonali taking free kicks, corners and penalties, long throw-ins, own goals, penalties. No, he didn't say that. And of those 22 goals, only 8 of these were from penalties or direct free kicks, with the rest coming from open play. And when you read the blog, he has added a few Tonali bangers in there as well. So it's definitely worth a read. We do miss you, Mad, because Dave is the one getting a paste in now.
And actually, he takes it better than Mad. No, he takes it better.
He
than
reacts.
Dave
Reacts to it. Mad just rolls with the punches, mate.
Exactly that. So I think I'll be honest and I'll be open and I'll say that maybe I've underestimated Mad. I've given him a hard time recently about the fact that he's not very good at the game. But for him to put these restrictions on and him win that title, do we rate his ability or do we think he daved and reloaded it?
To be fair, I think that Region Air Challenge is one of the best challenges in FM.
Yes, I agree.
Because you can literally pick any team and have a set of rules around kind of how far out, you don't have to be within a mile radius. You can set the rules, but have that player pool where you want it, and you can pretty much do that. Any country, any team. I think it's a really, really good idea, and he does it well. I've seen the player filters he does. It's ridiculous, like how long it takes him to actually set that up. But if you're in for a long-term challenge, honestly, the Legionnaire is probably one of my favourite challenges that I've seen in and around the FM community for a long time.
Yeah, he did the Northern Boys last year, and I'll be honest, I actually contemplated it for my save, and that's the biggest compliment I can give Mad. I was going to go for Devon and Cornwall and be called the Pasty Boys, and just basically go for Plymouth, and just genuinely, like, that was a thought of mine, was to pick kind of that like area, because there's not a lot of football teams down there, and they're mainly surfers, not footballers. But then it just seemed a lot of hard work, so I decided to go for an easier save and try and bring a step 10 team up to the top.
From Wales.
So I just thought, I got to give him a little bit of credit. I think great idea. Lots of great feedback from a lot of people that I've seen that calling the save brilliant. And I'm not ready to call Mad brilliant yet. But I'm happy to call him a right. So that's a bit mean.
It comes from a place of love.
It kind of does. Yeah, you're right. It comes in the place of love when he gets me a discount on furniture. Let's go on to Adventures in Wonderkid-Land. This week's Adventures in Wonderkid-Land sees us head towards the Eredivisie, and we look at the striker smashing the league to pieces. Mexican striker Santi Jimenez. 8 games, 12 goals, 2 assists, 1 penalty, 8.02 XG, and a 34% conversion rate. Incredible.
Public.
Such a young lad.
He's banging it, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean,
really good.
Looking at him in FM24, he looks very good. And I'm shocked he's not been picked up before. Is it because of his age? Do you believe he hasn't been picked up yet? Because he is 21. Like, granted, so a bit old for a wonder kid, but a wonder kid nonetheless. I was still a kid at 21. Still a kid at 31, to be honest.
We discussed that, didn't we? Kind of, is he too old to be a wonder kid? But I think he just about scrapes in. And at the end, obviously, at the start of FM23, he's just moved to Feyenoord. Mm-hmm. So that's obviously why, he effectively, they did take a punt on him. And he's got all-round attributes to be a great striker, which is reflected in his real-life performances. I think, obviously, we've always spoke about the Dutch league and how it's, if you're a certain type of striker, you can be prolific in that league. Mm-hmm. It's just then whether you can make the jump and carry that over. I mean, there's players that have done it, like Van Nistelrooy. And then there was the Middlesbrough striker, forgive me, Afonso Alves, possibly.
Yeah, the Brazilian chap.
Scored about 40 goals a season in the Eredivisie and then come over and, wasn't the same kind of bagsman. You look at someone like Luis Suarez, if anything, upped his game by coming over.
Let's not forget Weghorst.
Big Val.
Let's forget
Van Volswinkel. Anyone else?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think he scored less goals than no letters in his name, wasn't it? Like,
he scored his debut for Norwich. I don't think
who's the other chap? Venegor of Hesselink.
Oh, yeah, and Venegor of Hesselink. Like that was good for the shirt sales.
It was great. But, I mean, his attributes, looking at him in now, tremendous. Like, very well balanced. A little bit low on the physical. He's quite short, 6 foot. Sorry, Dave. But, like, that is good set of attributes there. But for that league, does he need to be a bit more physical?
Well, a season in now, obviously when FM24 comes, he would have been at Feyenoord for a season. Yeah. So I'm just wondering now, is he going to be gettable? Can you go out with your 20 million and go and sign him, or has he got a release clause that you can go and get him? Because I'm thinking, definitely bottom half Premier League easily, and then it's whether you want to take him as a top half kind of team and develop him into something better.
Yeah, he looks good.
He looks really, really solid. I think, like you said, it might take a season in game next year and seeing how he does. But I think another season, if he sort of almost tries to reflect his real life stats at the moment in terms of goals, he could be a ridiculously good player, I think, on FM24. But I don't think he's going to be cheap. Like some of the other players that have been sort of, to be fair, I've not heard much, if anything, about this guy before today again. But I think he could be one of those very, very good top level strikers on FM24, depending on how he progresses in game.
Do you think you could link him to Talking Wolves, Dave? Another Mexican for the thumbnail?
Oh, mate. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Just create a rumour.
Santiago, yeah.
Just to be fair, the pod as the reference.
Get on the phone to Guido and just say, look, can you just send him a...
Wolves are actually looking for a striker, IRL, so maybe it could be the one.
Start the rumours, Dave.
They barely listen
or
to you.
Send it to Dazzling Dave.
Yeah.
So he gets the scoop and then you can report on it. So then it doesn't look like it comes straight from you.
He's also a credible source.
He gets the exclusive if it comes in.
That's it. Yeah. But think of the thumbnail.
Yeah, true.
It would be a good thumbnail. But yeah, I'm excited to see what he's like in FM24. Can't see him gracing the turf at Cirencester Town, but you never know. We might cross paths one day with him.
His dog might need a shit somewhere.
It's artificial, to be fair. It's 4G, so it would wash straight off. David, it's your time to deliver the quiz.
No, it's. Why do I never get warned about this? No?
Do you know what I thought would be good? Now we're doing visual on YouTube. You could do that football quiz with the clubs.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. I can get that sorted for next week.
Immaculate quiz.
Okay.
What, that quiz that we did?
We could do that live now. Dave
Apparently,
could just pop it up.
I've not done it. Apparently, there's a really good one in Immaculate today. You want to get it?
Should we just do it off the cuff?
Yeah. So this is like, okay. So the aim of the game, obviously, is to get the sort of the lowest, most niche players to get them the lowest score basically possible. So if I quickly share this my screen on here.
Let's hope it's like just English easy. We can make ourselves look very clever.
It's good, you know. It's good. So
it's all Portuguese Joe. Come on.
So this is good. So for the viewers at home, there's a grid here, and it's Porto, Sporting, and Benfica across the top, and Brazil, Real Madrid, and Portugal on the left. So I mean, we could sort of do it in order if you want. I don't know. Are we going just to get it right, or are we going niche as possible? A bit of both, really. I think we want to be safe, but we want to try and get niche as well. So I don't know if you want to.
Okay, so we're going to start top.
The bottom one should be easy. Portuguese players that have played for either Porto, Sporting or Benfica. I mean, we could go bottom left.
Nearly all of them.
Yeah, that's what you could pick. Yeah, but you just pick a random player. So we could say Nuno for that one. For the goalkeeper for Porto.
Yeah, I mean, there's loads, isn't there? Let's be honest.
I think that's got to be a low score, isn't it? Nuno Espirito Santo. Surely it's a low score. Was he not even on there?
Oh, this is awkward. We will put a link to where we find this, by the way, whilst Dave's typing. I'm glad Dave's typing because my spelling's horrendous.
No, Nuno's not even on there, so can't.
And you can play along. So is it not managers as well?
But he played for Porto as a player, so I don't know why he's not on there. Is it a bit easy to go for Neves or? We could do. I'll say Neves. A load of Portuguese. So Ruben Neves, let's go. 5%. That's not bad. If we can get 5 or lower.
Okay, we'll aim for 5 or lower.
The Real Madrid, Porto, I'm thinking James Rodriguez, but is that a big bait?
Maybe.
Yeah. Can you think of any others? Casemiro, that's a shout.
Yeah, Casemiro did play.
I don't think many people know he played for Porto.
What about Ricardo Carvalho?
No. That'd be bad.
No, you need niche, don't you?
Yeah.
Someone like Kelvin.
He played for them both.
Who are you talking about? Sorry, Real Madrid. Sorry, I'm looking at the top.
So who is Kelvin from?
Porto and Brazilian. I was just going top left.
What about?
This is the issue. Was his name just Kelvin?
Oh, mate, I'd have to look on FM. I was just thinking of like niche players.
Go for Carvalho on Real Madrid. Porto.
I think that'll be high score, that one.
What, Ricardo Carvalho?
Madrid Porto, yeah. I'd go Casemiro, I would.
But he was there for...
I think
Casemiro's only there for a season or two.
Kelvin's still playing. His name is Kelvin Oliveira. Kelvin.
Why is he not coming up? I can't wait for this to be wrong.
I don't know. It's not even coming up. I think Casemiro for that one personally.
Casemiro or James Rodriguez.
Yeah, okay. Go for whichever you want, Dave.
Do we know another Brazilian for Porto though? Because we could put Casemiro there and James there.
Hulk
did, yeah.
I think it'd be quite obvious.
Didn't Felipe Anderson play over there as well? The Porter who played? No, that was
I'm going to try Hammers for this one. And 9%'s not too bad, to be fair.
We wanted it below 5, but yeah, that's fine. Go Casemiro for that one then.
I think that surely 7. That's not bad.
Okay, we'll take 7. We'll take a 7.
Right. So we've done all the Porto ones. So we've gone Casemiro for Brazil, James Rodriguez, Real Madrid, Ruben Neves, Portugal.
Okay, we got
Sporting.
So we're going Sporting in Brazil.
Fabio Rockenbach.
Oh, I
Brazilian,
like it.
Yeah. That French, mate.
Yeah, 5%. Not bad. No, we got a picture.
Sporting
Can I make a suggestion for this one?
Cristiano
Ronaldo. No, Contral. Fabio Contral.
I was going to say Fabio Contral.
Yeah, that's got to be on it.
Thinking he might be a bit niche.
14.
Crikey, sorry.
But I think him and Ronaldo probably would have been the biggest ones there. Portugal Sporting, again, this could be just absolutely anyone, really.
Yeah, it's just trying to think of somebody.
Back in the day.
Matinho
played for Palhinha.
Yeah.
Should that be Beta or not?
William Carvalho, a bit too easy.
Because the only teams that had linked with him was Wolves for about 5 years.
2%? Wow. That's mad, isn't that?
That's good.
Well done. Yeah, it's lower than Neves. Right.
Here we go. Back up.
Brazil, Benfica. They've had loads of Brazilians, haven't they?
Starting at the top again.
See, I would have said Coentrao again for the Real Madrid one. Brazil.
Didn't Edison play a net for them? Isn't that where they got him from?
I think that's a niche one as well.
Yeah.
You're Edison.
The only other option I was thinking of was the goalkeeper that went to QPR, the Brazilian one.
No,
or Ramirez.
Cesar.
Yeah, Ramirez. Ramirez is the one. 3%, nice.
Okay,
3%.
I like it.
Real Madrid, Benfica.
Fabio Coentrao.
Di Maria.
Yeah, Di Maria. Think of someone. Have they had any keepers? Portuguese keepers?
Ricardo, no, he didn't play.
Can't
think if they've had many. Di Maria's a good shout. Can't think of many of them.
Didn't what was his name? What was the FM bloke?
Luka Jovic.
The Argentinian.
Oh, that's a shout.
No, Luka Jovic.
That'd be a good one.
I was thinking Saviola.
3%, yeah.
We'd have some of that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is just any rant. We need a niche one here. I reckon we need to get one below 1% here.
Below
think
1%.
Back in, you lot will be better than me at this. Like, think back early, like Champions League days or whatever, Benfica, if they were in it.
So not Rui Costa, yeah?
No.
Is that a little bit too big?
And like a goal. Who would have been in goal for them back in the day?
What about Fabio Contral?
No. Someone like Nelson Oliveira.
Oh,
that's a
João Felix. Bit too bait.
Yeah, Nelson Oliveira. 0.3%. What a shout!
Wow,
yes.
Good go.
Boy,
I was actually thinking of who's that young guy that used to buy Thiago Thomas, wasn't it?
God, look at them Portuguese ones. How many players? Who we got? Edison.
31. Yeah.
Oh, mate, Rafinha, 30%.
Pepe,
this is most common, is it?
No, yeah. Oh, look, João Felix.
Yeah, crikey.
Di Maria was 66%. Ronaldo was 70%. So.
Okay, well, we'll link that down below. That is a daily thing, isn't it, Dave? So everyone, they update every day.
That would have swapped by next week. But yeah, it's a daily thing. It changed, I think, 2 p.m. UK time. So
okay, well, you think 2 p.m. Like it. So if you want to get involved, the link is down in the description. But that does bring episode 322 to a close. You can find the links for each of us in the podcast description or by visiting 5starpotential.com. 5-Star Potential is available on iTunes, Spotify, and most of the popular podcast apps and platforms with a new podcast released every single week. Thank you all for listening. There'll be more from us next week. Say goodbye, gentlemen.
Goodbye.
Adios, amigos.
Ta-da.